put your markers down. And, excuse me, I'm going to start over here at this table. So what word did you guys have? Huh? What word was on y'all's poster? Product. Okay, so why don't you share a little bit about what you wrote here, and I'll hold it up. Perfect. So can you explain what you guys wrote on your poster? You want me to explain it for you? So what it looks like to me is that they wrote down some multiplication problems and then circled the answer. Do we agree that this is a good explanation of the word product? You can just shout out yes or no. Yes. So yes, they actually did a perfect job. I think this is a great way to show product. So they chose kind of to do some examples here. So the product is the answer or the solution to a multiplication problem. So if you guys want to have out maybe a piece of notebook paper and a pencil, I should have told you that earlier. And as we're going through these definitions, you can jot down some notes. You don't have to, but it might help you later on when we play our game. So the product is the answer or solution to a multiplication problem. Okay, what word did you guys have? Sum. And I see the word adding and plus on here. So do you guys want to tell me a little bit about why you wrote those two words down? They are both the same. How do they relate to the word sum? You don't know? Well, you were on the right track. So sort of like the word product, sum is the answer to an addition problem. So adding and plus, those two words definitely can be connected to the word sum. So the answer to an addition problem would be a sum. Okay, this table, what did y'all have? Variables. So I see they wrote letter behind a number, 5x plus 3y, 4y, 5y. Do we agree that these are some pretty good explanations of what a variable is?
Yeah.
I think so too. So really a variable is usually going to be a letter, and it's going to tell us a number that we don't know yet, right? Something that we have to find out. Usually it's what we're solving for. Sometimes not, but usually it is. Variables, that's a pretty good poster. I like that one. Factors. What did you guys write for factors? There's a lot of pictures on here. I see equations, an example right here, 4x minus something. Some symbols for multiplication, division, subtraction, and addition. So does anybody want to tell me why you wrote down some of these symbols on here, or how they relate to factors? Okay, let me ask you this. Are factors going to be on the side of the equation where the answer is, or the side of the equation where you're going to have either the addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division problem, or symbol, I mean? What side are they usually on? Yes, exactly. So the factors are going to be the numbers that are multiplied or divided to get either the product or the quotient. So they're not the answer, but they're the numbers that help you get to the answer. All right, good job. And then we have equation over here. You guys wrote a lot down. When I think of equations, I think of variables. Good. So we have a relation to another poster in here too. Multiplying and dividing. Good job. Okay, this table, do equations have equal signs in them? They don't? They do. Okay, here's a good way to remember that. Equation and equal sign, they both start with that EQU, right? So it's a good way to remember equations have an equal sign in them. But I really like what you guys wrote down. They talked about, using our operations, multiplying, dividing, subtracting, and adding in there. So those are all things that you do in equations also. And then we have expressions. I think expressions are something that you can explain. Good. Adding. And then we have an example here. This is a great example. Does that have an equal sign in it? Does it? Where? That's actually an addition sign. I don't see an equal sign in this expression. Do you guys?
No.
I don't either. And that's exactly right. So expressions do not have an equal sign. Equations do have an equal sign. So that's one really good way to tell the difference between the two. So now that we have a little refresher on some of those words that we use to describe